So this video is picking up traction again, so I thought I'd go into this because I did a lot of research about this actually. If you do not actually use vanilla in your product, then you cannot put the vanilla flower on the label. So the thing we're harvesting from the vanilla orchids is not the flower. The flower does not smell like vanilla, it does not taste like vanilla, but the seed pod does taste like vanilla because it has vanillin in it. So we distill those seed pods so we can extract that vanillin and we get that beautiful taste and smell. We can get it another way by making it synthetically, and that is by using crude oil or petroleum. You know, the stuff we drove for that destroys the planet and is a known carcinogen. A lot of people think it comes from beaver glands, but that's really expensive and it's not going to be found in the grocery store. It was used in the past, but it's like so expensive that it's not going to make them money nowadays. We think it's from beavers because the beavers have a scent gland called castor sacs, and we get the castoreum, I think it's called that, from those sacs. And in the early 20th century, we did use those as a vanilla raspberry-ish flavoring. Plus, the concentrations are like really low, so you'd have to have a lot of beavers to get the flavoring to sell commercially. If you did somehow find a product with castoreum, you probably wouldn't see it on the ingredient label. It would just be under natural ingredients and natural flavorings. And most companies won't use this anyway because it's not kosher and it's not vegan or vegetarian, so there's a lot of downsides for product advertisement as well. And if they actually were putting it in there, you would know because it's so expensive to make that they would want to advertise it. So nowadays, for our vanillin, we get it from petrochemicals, which is just a fancy word for a thing from crude oil or petroleum that has been refined and processed into a new thing. Specifically, we use vanillamidylic acid because when it reacts with oxygen, it produces vanillin. I hope I said all of that right. Some vanilla flavoring also comes from fungi, which I think is really cool, because you can genetically engineer it so the yeast transforms sugar into vanillin. And because it comes from an organism, you can call it natural flavoring. But that's not how you're going to get your vanilla extract. That's mostly just for flavoring foods like ice cream and stuff. So real vanilla comes from a vanilla orchid, it has a flower, it gets pollinated, and the seed pod then gets dried and distilled. After a very long time, you get a little bottle of vanilla extract, and it's not worth to make at home, so don't buy a vanilla plant. They are very hard to care for and will not get to blooming size in your home for a very long time, if ever. Madagascar and Indonesia are where a majority of the vanilla comes from in the world, but China, Tahiti, and Mexico also have quite a bit of vanilla also. A lot of brands use the name pure vanilla extract, and that does mean that it is vanilla extract, but it does not mean that it's all coming from one place. Single-sourced natural vanilla always has a country of origin, so that is something fun to look for if you are looking for real vanilla and quality, but probably very expensive, but you know, at least it's real.